Okay, everyone, welcome to the New Year, New You informational call. You're on this call because you want to find out more about what we're doing with the No Regrets Project and also the New Year, New You project. So thank you for joining in. It is 2017, and you guys might have some goals that you've set for yourself, some things you've been really putting off and wanting to accomplish this year. And I'm the same way. I've had lots of things I've been thinking about. Have had my son has been recently ill. If you know me, we've got lots of friends and families on the call. And I'm looking to pick myself back up, after kind of a long dry spell of doing some things that I really wanted to do for myself. I'm getting back engaged, and that might be you as well. So it's true that if you want to have something you've never had, you've got to become someone you've never been. So that really speaks to me in a lot of ways because, we've got to really change certain behaviors, certain habits, and do certain things differently than we've ever done them before if we want to have that body and that life that we want. So that's what we're all about. My name is Travis Richardson. Some of you know me. I'm a holistic health coach, trainer. I've owned a gym for 6 years called Max 10 Body Shaping, and my website is travislrichardson.com. And in my gym, I had the great honor of serving lots of people. I think over 1,000 people went through my gym and had really great results. I've been in the business of transformation for a really long time. Here's Joe Sipich. She lost 40 pounds in a 10-week session. I had a 10-week session, 10-week program is what I ran. Which was fitness and nutrition oriented. Jim Ruse lost over 60 pounds. We had Annette Rosendahl look at her transformation. Jason Bray, Kayla Folkers lost 15 pounds. All these people have went through my program a long time ago. And I'll be bringing this up again here later so you can see why it's relevant, but just have had a lot of experience in the health and wellness world, and even have been able to extend my message to people in Liberia and even in Ecuador. This is not the Amazon. Well, the picture on the right is in the Amazon. On the left is Quito. And I did yoga on stage here. So I'm really happy to bring my message to others. And I've got some people along the ride with me this time. I've got R.S. Vincian and Brad Gruthius. And just, I want to say this about these two guys, because we are the core of the No Regrets Project. We're all co-founders. We started this up. These are my two great best friends. These are two of the guys that I think of when I think of what a guy should be. These are great, love-centered, heart-based, service-oriented, family guys that just have hearts of gold, and I love them to death. So I want to let Ara introduce himself. He's been in my gym as well. He was a trainer. He motivates and he inspires others. He's had people run half marathons. He's trained people for in different capacities. He's a stellar guy. Ara, I want you to go ahead and take it away as far as introducing yourself and what you're about, sir.
Sure. Thank you, Travis. Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining the call tonight to find out more about the No Regrets Project. So as Travis said, my name is Ara. I'm a resident of Cedar Rapids, Iowa. I've been here for about 12 years now. Prior to that, I lived in the New York City area, and then prior to that, I lived all throughout Europe. But basically, my journey started about 10 years ago when I was in Las Vegas, and I woke up that morning on New Year's Day, and I went to take a shower, and I got out of the shower, and I grabbed one of the towels from the towel rack, and it didn't fit around my waist. And I was like, oh my gosh, what have I done to myself? And that's when the reality hit that I had to change my life. In the next room was my wife, who was basically 9 months pregnant with our first child. And I said, you know what? No more of this. I need to change. On that day, that's why I decided to change and basically transform my life into eating healthier, having a happier mindset, and getting active. And throughout those 10 years, I've shed over 100 pounds. And basically, I've met Travis, I've met Brad, who share that same vision of helping others. And as Travis mentioned to you before, I've actually coached at his gym, which was Max 10. I'm also coaching on the side of people that want to do race preps from 5Ks to 1 miles to even an ultra marathon if you want, or triathlons. Anything that interests you in that arena, I can help you and achieve that success like I have done in the last 10 years of my life. My challenge every year is to challenge my body in new ways. On the bottom right-hand corner, you'll see a picture of the latest challenge I did, which is called the Ultra Looney Challenge. In a 2-day period, I did a 1 mile, a 5K, a 10K, a marathon, and an ultra marathon in 48 hours. And it was not possible without me changing my lifestyle, my mindset, and my healthy eating habits. And I'm excited to help you do the same thing and achieve your goals and be the same way and live life with no regrets. Thank you, Travis.
Thanks, Ara. Appreciate that. Okay, and then we've got Brad Grothaus, I should say. I always get that wrong. I apologize, Brad. All right, again, introducing Brad here. Brad has been my friend. We met in Taekwondo way back when. Our kids did Taekwondo together. Again, one of the best guys I've known out there in the world, and also one of the only guys with, as you can see, this amazing, beautiful family he's got. Brad, I'm going to let you tell about your story and your family.
Okay, thanks, Travis. Yeah, so I'm Brad Grothaus. Last name like that is fantastic for telemarketers. When they call, I know exactly they don't know me, so it works out just fine. I also live here in Cedar Rapids. My work as an operations program manager for a Fortune 500 company here in town. Enjoy my job, but my real passion is to help other people. And that starts with my family. I'm a single dad, I have 15 kids. That's them pictured down below. And I love my life with my family, and I'm super excited about that. I have worked with Travis in his program as a kickboxing instructor. I enjoy doing obstacle course racing. That's kind of my passion on the side. And I think I'm just kind of a fun guy to hang around with. What I don't tell people is that I'm an accountant, so I'm kind of a closet nerd. So think along the lines of Cliff Clavin and all the fun trivial facts that everybody doesn't really want to know about. That's pretty much me. So next slide, Travis. So what is the No Regrets Project, right? That's what we're here tonight to talk about. And as Travis said, you know, it started with the three of us, with Ara, Travis, and I. And as the tagline up there says, it's time to live your best life now. The No Regrets Project is really about living your life in a way that you can be the best you. And so what we believe is that starts with living well and having a healthy mind and body. And so as Ara, Travis, and I considered what this would look like and how this would play out, we started about 4 or 5 months ago brainstorming ideas, thinking about different ways that we could impact the community around us. And we really said, you know, the foundation for this has got to be health and wellness. If you don't have a healthy body and a healthy mind, you're really limited in what you're able to do for yourself and for others around you. So what I know from personal coaching that I've received is that this is best accomplished in a community environment. So that's what we're about. We're starting a community, and if it was a community of 3, that would be okay with us. But we know this is going to go larger than that. We know that there's going to be a lot of excitement and energy in this. So we're looking for a way to share our passion, to live life to the fullest, to live our best life. And so we're starting this group, and it's about nutrition, it's about fitness, it's about the right mindset. It's about, as Ara was talking about, challenging yourself and pushing yourself farther than you ever thought you could. And what does that look like? Well, it's different for every person, but that's what we're about as a community, is what are you passionate about? And maybe if you don't know, how can you explore and find out what is your passion? Next slide there, Travis. I did a little bit of research and said, what are the top 5 regrets that people have when they die? And there's a bunch of lists out there. Here's one that I grabbed. 1, I never pursued my dreams and my aspirations. Don't let that be you. And it can happen so easily. If you just say, I'll get to that tomorrow, I'll do it another time, it's so easy to let it slide, right? And that's why a community can help you, because I'm going to share with this community what my passions are, what I want to do. I want to hear what yours are. And together we can be each other's best cheerleader. I worked too much, never made time for my family. I should have made more time for my friends. Notice this theme around time and making that a priority. I should have said I loved you a lot more. And that's what this is about. It's about expressing our gratitude and our love for people that are part of our community and reaching out and bringing others into our community. I should have spoken my mind more instead of holding back and resenting things. And so, you know, don't let this be your list. Don't let this be whatever holds you back. Next slide, Travis. So what are we doing? So we've decided as a team that we want to make our foundation, our first activity, our 30-day group cleanse, and to help us all get started on in a right path in a healthy way. So Travis, I'm going to let you go ahead and explain this in a little more detail to everybody.
Thanks, Brad. I appreciate that, man. And can you guys feel the heart in this guy? Like, it's just impressive. Both him and Ara. I just hearing you guys talk. I'm just like getting goosebumps for what we're gonna do together. It's gonna be awesome. Yeah, the first project. So New Year, New You. So what this is a group. That's why I highlighted it in red there. This is a group nutritional cleanse program. We find that so many people do things a lot better when they have others to do with them. And so we're all about bringing community together, whether it's through the New Year, New You program, which we're talking about now, or otherwise. We always want to be connecting people together, professionals with people that need their help. That's why we have guest speakers on this particular program that we'll be using, and we'll get to that here in a second. But the program is really a 30-day group nutritional cleanse. We're going to have lots of support in this thing: private Facebook group, weekly coaching, expert speakers, meal plans, fitness planning, coaching, Facebook live streams, like the whole bit. We'll talk, the core of this is this nutritional cleanse. And before I get into it, I want to tell people how important it is. Like I've seen this so often where I feel like, there's this theory that disease is caused from two things: toxicity or deficiency. It's usually one or the other. And the world that we live in, I mean, from the chlorine in our water to the pesticides, insecticides, fungicides, all these sides on our food, the products that we put on our skin, the paint in our wall, the carpet on the floor, we've got all these toxins all over the place. And what people don't realize is that leads to lots of fat accumulation because it's the body's protection mechanism. So I, in my gym, scoured all of these different kinds of protein products and health item products to be able to help people. And I came across one, which is called Isogenics. And the reason I had really good success with this in my gym using this product, because they really get this idea of toxicity and how it builds and helps the body hold on to fat. So we are going to be using this company to provide our 30-day cleanse. We could have chosen anything. We could have made our own, but just from the results I've saw in my gym from before, it works the best and it's very effective. Let's do statistics here. So 69% of adults in North America are considered overweight or obese. And that isn't probably a shock to anybody. That's actually, it's sad, but we are actually kind of getting used to that. And this slide, is probably the crux of what we're trying to accomplish with this 30-day cleanse. The top part, you can see the little guy, he's got all these toxins in him. But what happens when you go on a diet is you don't eliminate the source of the fat, which are the toxins that the fat holds on to as a protection mechanism. So the person ends up rebounding, but the toxins are still there. So they never lost the fat. We want to get actually at the heart of the problem, which is to cleanse and detoxify all those impurities so that the fat doesn't come back. And it was really interesting when I saw this program work in the gym. There were people, and I suggested they not do this, but they ended up quitting the program. And it wasn't that I was surprised about, but it was how long they stayed lean after they quit. It was like way longer than if they had just done any other diet. So they ended up putting the weight back on because they went off the program. But I was shocked. I'm like, wow, this thing really works, because it was holding the weight off for quite a while. So I knew there was something at work here, and I knew that the detox part was a part of it. So that's what we're up to. These are the products that we're going to be talking about, and we'll go into each one of these because there's really three core products that constitute a cleanse that are really important. Starting with this idea of a shake. So in my gym, back to my search for protein, I was always sending everybody to the store to get protein. And I always thought to myself, I'm a horrible entrepreneur. I'm always sending everyone and making everybody else money. Why don't I just sell protein myself and make a little margin on this, right? So I started interviewing different companies and having lots of people come to the gym. And I remember I would take the packet, I would flip it over, and I'd be like, oh my gosh, artificial sweeteners. Oh my gosh, this is soy. Oh my gosh, this is crap, you know? And I would just be like, I'm sorry, I apologize. I really appreciate your time, but I can't do this. And I would end meetings like within 5 minutes. Until one fateful day, I was approached by a man who was representing Isagenix, Doug Merrill. He's now my good friend, ended up becoming a trainer in my gym as well. And I took his shake and I looked on the back of it and I said, wow, undenatured protein. Okay, so they get it, that heating protein does bad things to the body. It's whey protein concentrate, which is a more whole form of whey. It's better than organic, comes from New Zealand, which I knew was really important because so many of these protein products are inferior. And I knew about acidity in the body, and I knew about how whey protein, a really high quality protein, can actually boost glutathione levels and enhance immunity. So I really fell in love right away, and I started selling this isoline shake. That became later this 30-day system that we're now incorporating with our New Year, New You program. So great shake. It's the key component of our cleanse. So here we've got this other product called Cleanse for Life. Again, with the impurities, you've got to have a way to support the organs, the kidneys, the liver, the detoxification agents that really help you get rid of this stuff. So this formulation is perfectly designed to help the organs do that, and I love it. Ionic Supreme, this is the other very key component. So we're bombarded by toxins, but the other thing that people don't realize is how much stress plays a role in their body and in their health. So whether, at the cellular level, cells don't care why they're stressed. It can be physical, it can be a relationship, because of work, your kids might stress you out, whatever it might be, doesn't really matter. At the cellular level, the effects are the same. And we know how many people are suffering from autoimmune diseases. These diseases a lot of times can be linked back to really high levels of stress, because stress causes toxicity in itself. So there is a formulation that uses adaptogens, which are known herbs, to help with that level of stress and help the cells actually defend themselves, which is really cool. They've put together, again, a formulation, if you look at the ingredients, very powerful and very effective. It's one of these, when I first tried this particular product, I was like, just very evened out. I didn't have such the roller coaster ride stress wise, and I was really stressed when I first started as a gym owner. Lots of stress there. So, and then here with the Isagenix product, so really cool study coming out of the University of Illinois at Chicago that compared apples to apples calories and basically said, look, let's compare heart healthy diet and Isagenix diet and make them the same calorie wise and see where we come out on the other end. And 56% more weight loss, 47% more fat loss with Isagenix. And those are real numbers, real study, valid data. You can look it up. When they say a calorie is a calorie, obviously not true at all. And it's because of this idea of cleansing at the cell level, cleansing the toxins. So what I'm super excited about tonight is I've got a couple of people, Diana Ferrick and Wendy Wangeren, who have been doing Isagenix for a really long time. They've been on the product. They saw really great results right away. And they're going to speak to some of their story with Isagenix and like what their experience was. So there I am right in the middle of them. I got really lucky that day to be able to have both of them at my side. So we're going to go ahead and turn it over to Diana. Diana, are you on the call with us, you awesome biker chick?
I am. Can you hear me, Travis?
I can, and I just want to stare at this awesome, that's like the best picture I've ever seen. Seriously, the red hair and the red, it matches. It's just the whole thing. Welcome to the call.
Well, thank you, Travis. And hey, I just got a shout out to the three of you guys that are leading this. I know you both. I know all three of you, and I know when you put your mind to something, you really follow through. And I know this wasn't a whim to put this thing together. You've been talking about this for months, like Travis said. Anyone that decides to join you on your mission, I think they're going to be so blessed at the end of this. Just like I feel like I've been blessed the years I've been in Isagenix. Travis just wanted me to share a couple minutes about my story with this. And if I would have looked at that photo that you just talked about, Travis, in 2007, I wouldn't have believed that was me. I would have said, there's no way. I wasn't an athlete at all. I didn't feel good. Frankly, I felt like I was 60 years old. And so to do that, I've never done anything like that. And that's a whole other story. But the bottom line is, I'm doing it, you know. And I also, you know, this is back here to remind me that there's prizes and things, you know, all kinds of, to remind me of taking those scary risks. So I won some competitions and placed in some things, and I'm not done yet. I'm 52 years old, and to do this is insane in my opinion, but I attribute all of it to the products that I take. I wouldn't be able to do this otherwise. And, you know, when I came into this company, I was looking for hope. I had tried a lot of things, like a lot of women my age, and nothing worked long term. And here I am as a testimonial 9 years later that I'm still using this stuff, right? So there's some, I'm not using the other stuff I've been playing around with over the years, but I'm still using this stuff for a reason. And there's many reasons, not just the weight loss, not just, you know, the way I feel, but I do believe there's some anti-aging benefits. So if you're a woman my age, I'm just telling you, you can spend a ton of money on face cream, but you're not going to get the benefit of inside. You got to put the stuff inside too, not just on the face. It makes a huge difference in those shakes that Travis talked about. What's in there raises the glutathione levels, and that helps release human growth hormone. And Travis knows this better than I do because he's got the background in nutrition. But I can tell you firsthand, I go to my class reunion here a couple of years ago, and I thought I was in the wrong class. I'm not just, they look so much, is that true? They look so much older. But anyway, and I did have people asking me about it there for that reason. So when I looked at these products, the things I will tell you for sure that have made me stay with it all these years: it's easy, it's convenient, you have flexibility on this program, you still can enjoy your life, you can still do the things you're not supposed to do because you got a way to deal with it. And it tastes good, and obviously it works. I'm a living, breathing testimonial to that. I'm not, the person I am today is not who I was in 2007. So I can't say enough about it. I tell people, why not just try it? You know, don't believe us, try it for yourself. There's a money back guarantee. So that's what I have to say on that, Travis.
Thank you so much, Diane, for taking your time to jump on this call. I really appreciate it. And I miss you. I hope to see you soon.
I miss you guys too.
Okay. All right. And then we've got Wendy Wangerin. So Wendy, please tell us about your story, how you released 60 pounds with Isagenix.
Yeah. Can you guys hear me? Awesome.
Yep.
So thanks for having me on. And I agree with Diana. I mean, this is so awesome that you guys are doing that. And I know you, Travis, but I've gotten to know Brad and Ara, and you guys are really amazing. And just the three of you together, I think, is such a magical combination. And I'm really excited for what results people are going to get, right? With not just you as coaches, but then using this product line. So before Isagenix, you can see me on the left here. I struggled with my weight all my life, and I did try everything. For me, it was one thing after another. I was pretty much a professional dieter, and I messed up my metabolism really bad from doing that. I mean, I tried everything. And so it was to a point where nothing worked, so I just kind of gave up. And I also had a really bad emotional eating. And I still struggle with that. Like, emotional eating is part of something that I work on every day. But I will tell you that using this system and seeing results very quickly, but actually lasting, right? I mean, I've kept this off. I've been the same weight now for almost 4 years. To me, it's been really life-changing. But along that process, I did not feel good. I blew out everything in my body that gave me energy, that really helped my metabolism, all those things. And so I didn't ever feel good. And the one thing that I can tell you is I never think about that anymore. I mean, I feel amazing. My hair grows. I was never able to get it long. My hair grows, my nails, and I have energy. And until you really, when you don't feel good and you're used to that, it's kind of like you just don't know any better. But then when you start to feel amazing, it's so awesome how your whole life changes, and everything changed for me. And, I've been able to really exceed as a life coach, trying to quit my day job. And I was able to do that. And now all I do is represent Isagenix full time because I can help more people with that. So I'm really excited for your No Regrets project and for your New Year, New You, and really seeing the results people get. So thanks for having me.
Thank you so much. And thank you both, Wendy and Diana. Appreciate you guys so much. Okay, and just some other results here. This is Lena on a 30-day. You can see one thing I want to point out about her picture. This is it's a 30-day cleanse, and you can see the belly section. So a lot of the visceral fat that we see that gets lost with isogenics, that fat that pushes the belly out. You can see her. She doesn't have that push out look anymore. That's the kind of thing that we're looking for to have happen for people that do this and who have that belly fat, because that's where a lot of the toxins actually end up getting stored. Erica, it's just 60 days later. She probably did 2 cleanses back to back, which is something that we recommend until you get to your goal weight, is just to keep doing the cleanse. We also are promoting quarterly cleanses in general, but it's also fine to continue this on. I got asked the other night if it was okay to do multiple cleanses, and I said, yeah, until you get to where you want, then we'll talk to you and we'll coach you in how to do maintenance after that. But for sure, can do them back to back. And obviously Jill Birth here has done back-to-back cleanses. So this isn't a 30-day, and this is the same person. This is probably at least a year, I think 18 months Jill took to get to these results. She used these products and she kept with it and stayed dedicated. So big things can happen. Here, Evelyn, 240 pounds. It's just amazing when you have a system that you don't have to think about. It just works, that you don't, that you can just do and not have to wonder if this is the right thing or not. It's already there for you to do. Everything is step by step. So we've got, in addition to all this stuff, so we just talked about the cleanse itself. There's the great products in there, the great support, with the coaches that you have, myself, Brad and R, or the person who got you to come to see this presentation. But we also have some great guest speakers, and we plan to do this on every quarterly cleanse that we do. And the first one is none other than Kristen Richardson. She's an MSN ARMP, and she's going to be talking about the emotional side of cleansing. So many people only focus on the physical, but a lot of times people have attachments to food. We have a lot of stuff that comes up when we focus ourselves and really try and do something to change. There's lots of fear that comes up to get processed. Kristen is an expert in processing those fears and working with emotions. And I'm so excited to have her on a call with us. And the other speaker for this first time around is also Eric DiMolanta, who is a chiropractor, and he's going to be talking about that connection that's so important about ridding toxins and ridding fat as a result. And also both of these guys have used the products. They know what they're talking about in terms of how it helps people, and have both told me personally how much better they felt after having taken the product. So we plan on having lots of support for everyone here. So everybody's asking me, how much does it cost? How much does it cost? Well, here's the deal. And this is what I've been telling everybody who gets on a call with me. Add up what you spend on groceries for the month for 30 days, and take your 2 meals out of that. So 2 meals a day, what you would spend on 2 meals a day. And then you're just going to subtract the cost from what our products would cost for a month. And then you're going to find out if you save money, if you break even, or where you're at. For the most part, we're talking about a $9 a day investment in yourself. That's how much this program costs. So if you can stomach the idea of spending $9 a day on better than organic, superior nutrition, this program, even if it costed you a little bit above and beyond what you normally would pay in a month, which, like I said, most people save money because most people spend way in excess of whatever this comes out to being $270. And so the cool thing is this is replacement. This isn't in addition to. It's the main thing that I want to tell people when it comes to cost is you're not adding something to your expenses. This is replacing. Yes, you have to come up with the money up front, but then down the road you save. So that's just my spiel on that. And it's true. People find out that they actually are more focused on this program. So they do a lot less snacking, a lot less eating out, and they end up saving money. It's just what happens. Another cool thing, until Sunday, we've actually got free enrollment into Isogenics as a program. And what that means for you is you get wholesale pricing, you get your own website, you can order stuff. They've got amazing products like coffee, this healthy coffee that I find amazing. So I always talk about the coffee because to me it's just like a no-brainer, and I'm just gonna have to tell you guys. So like what they've done, it's organic coffee, it's shade grown, and they infuse calcium and magnesium in here. So like, most coffees are super, super acidic, but they've thought ahead and they said, how can we balance this out? So they went ahead and put minerals into the coffee to make it more alkaline. They've also added green tea, and they've infused green tea. You can't really taste it at all. And that's just going to speed up metabolism. And then, of course, they've also added some medium-chain fatty triglycerides, which basically comes from coconut oil. So they put this formulation together and actually made it taste really, really good. It tastes exactly like coffee, but really good, premium, high-quality coffee. Anyway, that's what you get. You get enrollment into the company. You get these other things. So I'm not going to talk anymore about that. It's not part of the cleanse per se, but it's free until Sunday. And after that, it goes back up, and it will be a $29 cost in addition to jump in. So take advantage of that. I mean, they don't offer this very often, actually. So your next step, we're going to kick this off January 30th. It's when we start. We've already got a group of people that are signed up. Some people are already started. They were so anxious. They wanted to get going right away. Kickoff call is going to be that night before on the 29th. And we'd like to have everybody order product by the 24th to make sure you have it in time. So you have about 6 days to do that from today to get your stuff ordered. So the 3 steps that's going to happen. You can contact us at cleansecoaches@gmail.com. One of us will get back to you. Or you can just message us either personally or on the fan page. We will send you more information. There's some great videos to watch. And then also like schedule a strategy call to see if this is right for you, to kind of walk you through the different options and just talk about answering any questions that you have. Like I said, we really want to do what's right by people. We want to work from the heart. We are, I hope everyone feels that we're doing this from a love place. I mean, Brad has 15 kids. He really has, when we talk about being strapped for time, he's doing this because he really wants to help people, and he's willing to take time out of his day to help plan. He works with Ara and I, and Ara as well. Very busy. The guy's a world traveler. He goes all over the world doing IT work. We don't even know his magic stuff, but we're all in this together. We all want the best for you guys. So please give us one of us a call, or a text or a message or an email, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible, like literally probably usually within a few hours. And I want to finalize by just saying that change is hard. Change is scary. You've heard a million things that are out there. This works, that doesn't work. What do you do? I haven't heard of this. I have heard of that. The biggest thing is sometimes you just got to go with your gut, and just be like, you know what, this feels right. And if this doesn't feel right for you, I'm totally, I'm not going to ask anyone again to do our program. But what I'm telling you is that I have seen over 200 people do this through my gym, and they've had really good results. And that's what I want for people. I want, recently, like I said, my son has had his colon removed because he had ulcerative colitis, which is an inflammatory condition. It's an autoimmune condition. I have a huge stake and a huge interest in never having that happen for anyone again. So if you're talking about like what is preventative healthcare, or this is preventative healthcare. Preventative healthcare isn't like getting x-rays, isn't doing procedures. It's actually taking care of yourself right now in the moment. So that's what we're here to do. And I like ending with not having any regrets, because you never know, this could be the things that changes your life. We've had Wendy and Diana both on here, and for sure has changed their life. They'll never look back. They'll never be the same. So reach out to us. We're here for you guys. And thank you everyone for listening and helping us kick off the No Regrets Project and the New Year, New You. Thank you, Brad, Ara, for being such awesome teammates. And Wendy and Diana, thank you guys for jumping on and sharing your stories as well. Much love to all of you.
Bye, guys.
Good night. Have a good night.